Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? Kindly put the message in the chat box. Can you hear me or not? Can you see the screen? Okay, let's continue from the last session. Last week we have started a project, create the Gantt chart, and we have listed out all the activities. Then we have categorized as a sub-task, and each sub-task having different activities. So here is, we can say this is the level 1 activity, and this is now these things. These are the things. These all are belongs to level 1, and these all are belongs to level 2 activities. If there is any sub activities under stakeholder identification, then we can call it level 3 activities. Okay. So today we'll continue from the same task. So here I have created the subtask, but I just want to create the numbering for each levels. That is, if it is 1, then it should be 1.1. If it is 1.1, then it should be 1.1.1. Likewise, I have to give numbering to all the activities listed out here. So can you tell me how can I do the numbering? So I show you last week, I show you everything. I just want to know whether you have a remind or not. Can you tell me the procedure or steps to numbering these tasks? Anyone? Okay, then let me do myself. Just select the activities. Look at here. Select the activities, then go to format and outline number. Just click this one. All the activities getting numbering as an ordered list. So this is then, if it is 1, then it will be 1.1. If you click this one, and you can see here it is 1.1.1, 1.1.2. So it means these are the subtasks belongs to 1.1. Okay, so this is how we have to give numbering. Okay, and then now we have to check the now we need to start the scheduling. For each task, we have to give how many hours or how many days or how many weeks or how many months we need to complete. Based on it, it will automatically create the start and end date. Even we can manually do everything, and also we can do the manual automatic procedure. Look at here. Look at this symbol. This symbol, this blue color symbol, belongs to automatic. If you want to make it the manual method, then see auto schedule and manual schedule. So you can change it. Okay, at the beginning, while you're creating the task, you can see here the duration, start and finish date. It will be displayed automatically. You don't need to put anything here. This is the default value 1 day. Okay, but if you start changing, let's say 1. So look at here. You have changed yourself, which means you did something manually. Therefore, it is this task mode is converting to manual mode. Okay, if you need, you can change it automatic. That's not a problem. Okay, this is how you have to handle manual and auto scheduling method. Okay, before that, you have a announcement next week. Have you received any information from SLEAT regarding next weekend class? Please tell me, have you received any information from the SLEAT regarding next week class? So maybe not sure. I have asked, but it's not confirmed yet. If you have any class next week, as usual, then we will have a closed book online examination. As I told you earlier, it will cover up the matters we have discussed in the MS project. Okay, it will be a closed book. All the students have to switch on your camera while writing the examination. I have to see your face, your written table, your exam paper, pen, and everything. I have to see through my window. So, and you have to switch on your, the mic also. Okay, and I will inform the rest of the conditions before the exam. So be very careful and inform your friends also. Next week we will have a closed book exam in Microsoft project. Okay, and last time we had a open book, but this time it is a closed book. So as I told you, you have to keep your camera and microphone on, and I just want to see your face, and have to see your table, your answer sheet, and everything. I just want to see through the window. Okay, if there is a class next week, if there is no class, for example, let's say, have you ever have a mid vacation before in the previous semester? Have you had any mid vacation? In your previous semester, have you had any mid vacation, 1 or 2 weeks leave as a mid vacation? Tell me quickly. If no, then this time also no. So I heard that there will be a mid vacation in the coming full-time student. I don't know about the part-time. So if there is no class, then the exam will be postponed to the following week. But if there is a class, if there is no leave for your weekend, then we will have the exam. Okay, be reminded. I will send you the uh, practical sheet through our group. You can find it out after completing today's session. So therefore, please keep on the class what I discussed, what I'm talking to you. Please note it down. Okay, everything may be coming to your examination. So now we have number 8. Now the next, as I told you, the next steps is we have to start scheduling. So how many days or how many months or how many weeks or how many hours we need to complete a particular task. You have to mention start and finishing date. So these can be done manually or automatically. So that is depend on here. You can change it here. Okay, or else if you change something here, it will automatically change the these automatic mode into, look at here, it will automatically change here this symbol. Okay, so before that we have to create a calendar for our project. So there is a procedure before scheduling. You have to schedule the calendar, which date you are going to start your project and which date you are going to complete the project. So these kind of things have to uh, set first. Okay, so just going to create a calendar. Look the screen, I'm changing now. Go to the project menu here under the properties group, click the change working time. This one. Go to the project menu, then here click the change working time. So you will have a new dialog box. In this dialog box, click the new calendar, create new calendar, this one. There is a dialog box. In the dialog box, in right upper corner, there's a button, create new calendar. Click it. And you can, once you click the create new calendar, you will have a new dialog box and you have to give the name for your dialog box. Let's say Gantt chart time or something, whatever you like. And select this one, create new base calendar. Not the, we are not copying, we are creating new one, create. So if there is already, if you created any calendars, if you want to copy, then you have to click the make a copy of option, then you have to click the required calendar here. If you created anything already and you want to copy that. Otherwise, you can create from the beginning. So click this one, select the option, create new base calendar and click OK. Okay, so we have created a new calendar. The calendar name is Gantt chart calendar or something. Here, you can change the date now. So you can start, what is the start date and what is the finishing date. You can create this one. Now we have to select the project duration. Let's say the project is going to start by from October 4th to December 31st. And also we have to select a working time, how many working days and how many working hours per day, everything you have to fix it. For that purpose, here look at the bottom part of this dialog box. There's a 4 button, help, options, OK, close. Here select the option button. So if you click the option button, there's a new dialog box. Here you can see multiple option in the left side of this dialog box. Look at here, general, display, schedule, proofing. Leave everything except schedule. So schedule is automatically selected. Here you can select when your working day start for this project. So whether it is Sunday or Monday, in different countries, the working days, starting working days are in different days. Okay. So in Sri Lanka, normally we started Monday. So here you have to click the month you have that you are going to start the work project, October, and you can give the start time, let's say 8:30 to 4:30. So everything you can change here. Per day 8 hours and per week 40 hours, days per month 20. This is the scheduled one. Okay, if you need, you can change it. So other options you can select here. So check everything here. If you're okay, then so I'm using this calendar for my project. This is my project. So if you want to use the same calendar for all project, then you can select this one, all new project. Okay, so I'm going to use for this one, and task is manually, automatically, everything you can select here. And click finally okay. Here also okay. So here now go to the project information. The same area under the project menu. Here there are number of options. We had working with these the change working team time. Now we have to check for project information, this one, and click this one. Then you have to mention the project starting date. As I told you, from October 4th. Schedule from the start date, that is different. This is we have already discussed what is priority. So how to change, why we need to change these project information. All these we have discussed previously. So click OK. Look at here, the date is changed already here. So this is our calendar. Sorry, we have this select the calendar also. So if you click the project information for a project, you will have this dialog box here. You have to click the start date here. Also, this is the calendar we are going to use. So click this calendar. Okay. The calendar you have created. Now click OK. So your file in between. For example, if you want to use a specific calendar to the specific task, for example, for this task only, if you want to use different calendar, then you can create change this also. So the procedure is go to view button. Students, can you hear me? Okay, can you see the screen now? Can you see the screen? Please tell me quickly, reply me quickly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now just I have set the calendar. Okay, so now we have set the calendar. Now let's start giving duration for each task. Okay, normally if you look at here, time scale, default time scale is day. So if you put any number here, let's say 1, then it will automatically calculate 1 day. If you put 3, it will automatically calculate or consider as a days or 3 days, like this. So likewise, you can mention hours or minutes or months, everything you can mention here. If you want, you have to change it, or else there is a method or symbol to enter the duration in hours or year also. If you want to make it year everything, then you can change that time scale into years. Okay, since the default one is days, then you can use the default one and you can change as you wish. For example, if you want to make it as a, let's say, month, then you have to put, let's say, 1 month, then you have to type 1 MON. Okay, that will automatically calculate it. If you want to make it a weeks, then you have to use the letter W. For example, 1 week, then put 1 W. Because here it is automatically, you can see the date also. So previously it was 1 day. Look at the date. The starting 10th of 4th and finishing 5th of October. So that 1 day. Now I'm putting, or I'm giving the duration as 1 week. 1, then W, and enter. Look at here. It is changing to 1 week, and look at the date. So starting date is 4th of October, and the finishing date is 11th of October. It is automatically calculated. But look at the task mode. Since you have set the duration in manual mode, automatically the task mode also change to manual method. Okay, likewise for the I'm sending you a list of method for the duration, that is symbols for duration. Look at the chat box. I have shared the chat box. I have shared the symbols for duration. If you want to put as a day, then it should be D, but default value is days, so no need to worry about it. If you want to make it as a week, then you have to use the letter W. If it is minutes, then M. Hours, H. Months, MO or MON. It depends on this the version that you are using, project management version that you are using. Okay, for some project management version you have to use MO, for some MON. Let's say if you want to make this a 1 month, then 1 month, MON. Okay, these things you have to change it manually. Okay, so this is how we have to set the duration. So you must aware about the duration symbols. Okay. Now I'm going to give duration for each task, each activity. Please note it down. I have told you already last week, note down all the activities. So yeah, you can practice it later. So now I'm going to give the original duration for each activities. Look at here, starting from the initiating, having 7 sub activity. For the first one, 1.1.1, going to give 1 week. Okay. So if it is 1 week, then give the next date stakeholder register completed for the 0 days. Next one also 0, 0. But for the project charter, give again 1 week. So can you tell me the reason why it is calculating as a 5 days? I have entered 1 week, but it is calculating as a 5 days. Can anyone tell me the reason? Any answer? So I have changed it manually, the stakeholder identification. For that, I have given 1 week duration. But the initiating that the main task is calculating as a 5 days. Can anyone tell me the reason? Yes, it is normally considering only working days. So if you want to calculate this into hours, automatically it will tell you 40 hours. Okay. So again, the project charter completed 0 days, and kickoff meeting again 3 days, and kickoff meeting completed also 0 days. Okay, so first main project duration has been completed. Now we have to consider the second part is the project planning. This one. In this area for the project schedule, make it 5 days. Even 1 week also fine. Again, Gantt chart completed. Let's make it 0. And then scope statement. For that purpose, using 8 days. And the final one, initial scope statement completed. For that, make it 0. The second main activity is also completed. Now the third one, it is having 6 sub activities. For each part you have to mention. For the deliverable 1, 2, 3, make it 3, 5, 6 respectively. For this one, 3 week. For this one, 5 weeks. And the final one, make it 6 weeks. Okay. And the rest of the part, deliverable 1, 2, 3 completed. Everything should be 0. So can you read this information and tell me why it is appearing here? Why this message displaying here? I didn't do anything wrong, but it is showing some, like a warning message. Can anyone tell me what is this? Anyone? Answer for this message, display message.
One of the error has been occurred in that one.
Anyone? Any other
Error.
answer? Okay, actually it is saying, look at here, I have continuously put some same number in the different activities, 0 days, 0 days, 0 days. So he's asking if you want to do it faster or bulk edit, then you can select all the activities as a at a time, then make it as a 0 days. So that's what it's saying. Okay, look at here. So this can be done. Click either task information or resource information button. Okay. So this task also completed. The next one, the fourth one. Here we have 5 subtasks starting from actual hours taking. Here also everything 0, make it 0. Okay, now this is also completed. And the final one, closing. So here we have 3 different activities for all the 3. So give some date like for this one 4 days, and the next one again the 4 days. The final one, let's make it 0 days. Okay, and serve it. Okay, now tell me, have you all noted down all the activities? Have you all noted down? If so, I can move to next one. Can you tell me how many of you don't have laptops? How many of you don't have laptops? Please send me in the chat box. How many of you don't have laptops? If you don't have laptop, please send me. I don't have laptop. Quickly tell me. All are keeping sign. It's mean you all have laptop, isn't it? Okay. Then yeah, then this is how you have to tell me at the earliest. That's why I'm asking you. Okay. 2 students saying they don't have laptop. Okay, no problem. Let's see. So we have completed the durations. So can you note it down? While you entering the duration, there are some, the progress bar in the right side of this window. So look at here. While you entering the duration, there is a blue color bar here next to the activities in the right side of the window. Look at here. So while you entering these 1 week or 3 days, whatever, these progress bar or the Gantt chart bar is develop itself. Look at all the activities now. I'm each and every task having its own duration. For the duration, it is automatically creating the Gantt chart in the other side. Okay. Now the next part is we have to add the recurring task. For the recurring task mean some task is typically happening continuously, like every week you may have a meeting. Okay, in the particular project you may have a meeting maybe every week or every month or likewise or every day. So these kind of tasks we call it recurring task. Okay, for that there's a small tricky we have to use in our project. Look at here, I have mentioned in the monitoring and controlling activity, this area I have mentioned it as a team meeting. Can you see that? This one 1.4.5, this area, the selected one. So it is a meeting. So it should be maybe it will be happen weekly or monthly based on project manager advice. They will hold a meeting to check the review meeting or progress meeting. They call it in different names. So it will happen for every Monday or first week of every month. So these kind of repeated activities, we call it recurring task. Okay, so in our case, the team review meeting is the recurring task. So we have to, we don't need to create one by one again and again. Just you have to create one, then you have to do some process. The system will automatically create it automatically. So let's see how to create the recurring task in this MS project. Now select the team review meeting first and go to task menu bar here. Okay, first select the activity, then go to task menu bar. This is step 2. And now come here, this area. Here, click the task drop down menu. Look at here. So if you click, you can find recurring task here. Look at the symbol. It seems like a circle. Okay. Now click this one. So if you click this one, it will automatically show another dialog box, and the dialog box name is recurring task information. So let's say for the task name, you can give the same name, team review meeting or a progress meeting. I'm giving the same name. So normally we are not going to have the meeting throughout the whole day. Maybe it can be 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 60 minutes. So let's say if it is a minutes, then you have to type 15 minutes. Okay, and it is asking whether it is daily meeting or weekly or monthly or yearly. So if it is a weekly, then it's the default value selected here. If we want it monthly, then select monthly. If it is yearly, then select yearly. Or if it is weekly, then click weekly. Then if it is weekly, then when it is weekly 1 times or 2 times. That is you have to mention here, weekly 1 times. That's a default. If it is 2 times, we are holding team review meeting 2 times in every week, then it should be 2. Okay, since we are doing only 1 time, then make it 1. And the day, which day you are going to hold the meeting. That is also you have to mention. Let's select Thursday. Okay. And when you are going to start your first meeting. So since we're starting our project on October 4th, that is a Monday, then you have to select the date, which date. 7 is the first meeting. So if you want to make it only 6 meeting, then what you can do, you can make it click end, and here you can make it 6. Or if you want to make it only 8 meeting in your project, then make it 8. Okay. Or else if you want to finish the meeting by the date, let's say your project, your project end date. So you can make it here. Select the project end date, whatever. So it will automatically create the meeting between start and end date. Okay. So our project end date is December 31st. Therefore, see, starting date is meeting, starting date of 7th of October and finish by December 31st. In between, there will be 13 occurrences, 13, which means 13 weeks. Each week and each Thursday of each week, we will have a meeting. Therefore, we found it will be 13. Okay. And our calendar is Gantt chart calendar. This is the one we have created. Is that all? You have to make it. Okay. Once you complete, click OK. See, look at here. It is automatically created here. Team meeting every Thursday. See, 7th of October, 14th of October, 25th, 21st of October. So in each and every day, we will have a meeting. And if you count, it is totally 13 meetings. And this one is now, it is not important. Just remove this one. Just click the row and right click and delete it. Or just click it and select the click button from the keyboard. So this is the recurring information. It is automatic. Look at here, the Gantt chart here. So you can see here. This is the meeting date. Okay. Are you all clear, or do I need to repeat it again? Kindly send me a message quickly. If you all are clear, I can move to the next one. Otherwise, I will repeat it again. Quickly send the message in the chat box. Okay, so I'm getting message to repeat it again. Okay, look at here, I'm remove everything. Let's see. So this one, team review meeting. So as we discussed, we are going to have a team review meeting every week from the start date to end date. So let's say our start date is October 1st and our end date is December 31st. So therefore, we have to create a activities in our Gantt chart for the meeting purpose. You have to mention it. So the time calculation will be added to in our working hours. Okay, so first select the activity that you want to create recurring task. So for me, the team review meeting, go to task menu bar here. And now go to task button, click the down arrow task button. Here, if you click it, there are 4 options. From these, you have to select recurring task. Okay, so if you click, you will have a new dialog box. Here, the first, this text box, you have to type the name, what the task you are going to, what the name you are going to give the task. So our name is team review meeting. So you can give any name here, but for the easiness or easy identification, I'm giving the same name. And duration. Duration mean meeting hours. How long meeting duration? How long the meeting will be held? So for me, just say 30 minutes or let's say 1 hour. Okay. And what about the meeting? It is a daily meeting or weekly meeting or monthly or yearly. For me, it is weekly. And how many times in a week? Only 1 time. So if you want to make it 2 times per week, then you can make it 2 times. Okay, for me, it is 1 time. And when you are going to have the meeting every Wednesday or Thursday, make it. If you want to make it every Wednesday and Thursday, then you have to click both days. So for me, only Wednesday. Then when you are going to start the meeting, the very first meeting going to start from 7th of October. And if you want to make it only 5 meeting or 6 meeting or 7 meeting, then you have to mention and after and type the number of occurrences. For me, let's say I want to make it 8 meetings for 1 meeting for each week, then make it 8. Or else you can select the date here, end by, and give the date that you wish to make it. For us, December 31st, so it will automatically calculate 12. Okay, based on the selected date, the number of meeting will be varies. Okay, now the which calendar you are going to use it. So for us, we have created a calendar, the Gantt chart, Gantt calendar or something. So select the calendar name from here that you have created previously, and finally click OK. So if you click OK, automatically look at here, it will be appeared here. Look at the symbol here. It means it's a recurring task. If you move the cursor next to the symbol, it will show you this task occurs 13 times between 7th of October to 31st of December 2021. You see under the Gantt chart calendar. So everything is a summary of these recurring activities is displayed here. Okay, is that clear now? Is that clear? Quickly tell me. Okay, thank you. Now we can move to the next part. Okay, now we have to serve it next activity or next step is we have to create the dependencies, which means so in a project we could not start, we did not start, or we are not going to start a, let's say we are not going to start any meeting until start the project, isn't it? So the meeting depend on the previous works. அதாவது ஒரு வேலை முடியாம சில ப்ராஜெக்ட்ல சில வேலைகளை பெரலலா செஞ்சு கொண்டு போகலாம். நீங்க சில வேலைகள் என்ன செய்யணும், சில டாஸ்க் என்ன செய்யணும்னு சொன்னா ஒரு டாஸ்க் முடியாம இன்னொரு டாஸ்க் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண இயலாது. அப்பதான் நம்ம கான் சார்ட்ல மென்ஷன் பண்ணி வைக்கணும், this task must be done before this task. So these kind of activities or these process we call it dependencies. Okay, so project like a dependencies mention பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு மெத்தட் இருக்கு. Now we are going to do uh, the way that we are going to create the dependencies. Before that, okay, it's 9:25, take 10 minutes break. Come back to 9:35. Now 9:25, take 10 minutes break. I will start again 9:35. Okay, welcome back. Can we continue now? Can we start again? Quickly message me. Okay, so now we're going to create the task dependencies. We are going to establish the task dependencies if there are anything. Okay, for that we'll go. There are different ways that we can use to create the task dependencies. First one, using the link button. There is a link button in the interface. We can select the task, then click the link button. Second one, using some the dialog boxes. We can type it. Okay, by creating relevant task, you can type it. Okay, so for that you must know there is a process called finish to start. Okay, something happened during your project, like you are starting some task, but you could not complete within a given time. If that happened, what we need to do? How to mention that in your project Gantt chart? How to mention it? How to explain to others? You don't need to go and tell to them, but you must tell them visually using your Gantt chart. So for that process, we call it finish to start, FS. Okay, so let's say there is a dependency between task 1 and task 2. So you say the task 1 is delaying by 50% or only 25% completed. So they should know even the particular task completed, they will start the next activity or next task. Okay, so this kind of thing we have to mention in your project. For that, there are different purposes. First, let's see how to create the dependency. Then we'll see how to mention the FS. FS means finish to start processes. Let's see, there is a dependency between these two. Let's say you want to create the dependencies between this task and this one, for example. So click this task first and use the control key and click the next activity. Now go here in the task menu bar inside the schedule group here, and there is a button, this one, make it link. So there is a connection between these two activities, which means you can't start this particular activity without completing the previous this activity. Okay, so there is a dependency. Okay, so this is how we have to create a dependencies. Another way also you can create it, that is, look at here, there's a column here, this one, present predecessors. So here you have to mention the task number. For example, if you the task number here is 3, number 3. So here you have to put the number. See, look at here, by giving the row number, it will create the link between particular two activities. Look at here again, using this column, what you can do. So this is this activity in row number 3. So if you want to create a link between this activity and this one, you can mention the activity row number here. What we'll do, it is create a link between row number 3 and row number 6. That is a task number 1.1.1 and task number 1.1.4. This is another method. Now you have to know, so this is okay, you can create it, but you have to mention which task is getting delay to complete. For example, நம்ம லிங்க் ஒன்று கிரியேட் பண்ண என்ன மீனிங், இந்த டாஸ்க் கம்ப்ளீட் ஆகாமலுக்கு இந்த டாஸ்க்கை நம்ம செய்யக்கூடாதுன்னு அர்த்தம். ஒருவேளை இந்த டாஸ்க் வந்துட்டு டிலே ஆகுது வச்சுக்கொள்வோம், ஒரு 5 நாள்ல செய்ய வேண்டிய, சாரி இதுல 1 வீக் போட்டுருக்காங்க, ஓகே 1 வீக்ல செய்ய வேண்டிய டாஸ்க் நம்ம 2 வீக்ஸா செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கிறோம். ஸோ ஒரு 1 வீக் டிலேயா போயிட்டு இருக்கு, அதாவது 50% வேலை வந்துட்டு டிலே ஆகுது, டிலே ஆயிட்டு. ஸோ அதை நம்ம மென்ஷன் பண்ணணும். அதை மென்ஷன் பண்றது தான் எஃப்எஸ், ஃபினிஷ் டு ஸ்டார்ட்ங்கிற அந்த ப்ராசஸை நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். ஓகே, ஸோ நம்ம வெயிட் பண்ண தேவை. 1 வீக் முடிஞ்சோன்னா இது ஃபுல்லா முடியும் வரைக்கும் நீங்க வெயிட் பண்ண தேவை. 1 வீக் வரைக்கும் இது முடியும். நார்மலா அந்த 1 வீக் வரைக்கும், ஒரிஜினல் டியூரேஷன் 1 வீக், அந்த 1 வீக் வரைக்கும் நீங்க வெயிட் பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம் முடியுது இல்லையான்னு. அது வரைக்கும் இந்த டாஸ்க் நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணே இல்லாது அக்கார்டிங் டு யுவர் Gantt chart. பட் அந்த வேலை டிலே ஆகுதுங்கிறது மென்ஷன் பண்ணப்பட்டிருந்த அந்த ஃபினிஷ் டு ஸ்டார்ட் அதில் போட்டிருக்காங்க. ஃபினிஷ் டு ஸ்டார்ட் 50% or 25% அப்படி போட்டிருந்தா என்ன மீனிங் சொன்னா, 1 வீக் தாண்டிச்சுன்னு சொன்னா நீங்க திரும்ப அது முடியும் வரைக்கும் வெயிட் பண்ண தேவை, அடுத்த டாஸ்க் நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம்ங்கிறது அதை மீன். ஓகே, எவ்வளவு வேலை பிந்தி போகுதுங்கிறத நம்மளுக்கு ரிப்ரசென்ட் பண்ணுது. அதை எப்படி மென்ஷன் பண்ணலாம்னு பார்ப்போம். ஸோ இப்போ நீங்க எதுல நீங்க அந்த ஃபினிஷ் டு ஸ்டார்ட்ங்கிற அந்த விஷயத்தை மென்ஷன் பண்ணணுமோ அந்த குறிப்பிட்ட டாஸ்க்கை டபுள் கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க. லெட்ஸ் சே ஃபார் திஸ் ஆக்டிவிட்டி ஜஸ்ட் டபுள் கிளிக் இட் and you will have a new dialog box. Okay, in this dialog box click the second menu, this one next to the general. Okay, from here you can select the task name. So you have to go to, again I'll repeat you. So you have to select, you have to double click on the activity which you have to mention finish to start or task dependencies. So here I'm clicking. If you double click it, you will have a new dialog box. Here you have to select the second menu, that is next to general option predecessors. Then from here, look at here, the task name you can select from here. Which task is related to project charter, stakeholder identification. This is what you are going to link it. So select stakeholder identification. Look at here, this one. Okay, it automatically show you finish to start process, and you have to mention, let's say it is delaying by 50%. Okay, mention it, type it here. Minus 50 is delaying, no? So minus delay task on delay minus land mention பண்ணனும் and click OK. See, this automatically created the link between this activity and this activity. You can see the link here, and also it is mentioning 3 means row number 3 activity number, this activity is linked to project charter. Then FS minus 15%, which means the task is getting delayed. Look at the zoom it. See, look at here. Before this one, I'll delete it. Now both are, look at the bar here. Both are starting at the same parallelly. Okay, both are 1 week, therefore starting parallelly, finishing parallelly. This is the actual one. Now they are saying these 2 activities are linked together. There's a dependency. That means without start this, complete this one, you can't start this one. So select 2 tasks and click the link button. So look at here, it is showing first you have to complete this one, then you have to start this one. But the problem is how can we represent if the stakeholder identification activity delay? So for that, you have to do it, double click on the relevant task or activity, and you will have a new dialog box. From here, you have to select the task name, stakeholder identification, and finish to start, and minus 50%. Now, okay. Click OK. Look at here. So if it is delayed, it should be start in the middle of the stakeholder identification activity. Previously, பாத்தீங்கன்னு சொன்னா இது முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் தொடங்கணும்னு இருந்துச்சு. பட் இதுல பாருங்க, ஒருவேளை டிலே ஆகும் இருந்தா இதுல 50% வேலை போயிட்டு இருக்கோம், நம்ம இது ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். அந்த வேலை உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் தானே, 1 வீக்ல முடிய வேண்டிய வேலை எவ்வளவு ஸ்பீடா போகணும்னு தெரியும். பட் ஒர்க் போற ஸ்பீட் ப்ரோக்ரஸ் வச்சு நம்ம செல்லலாம். இது லேட்டா மல்லையான்னு சரி. ஸோ நம்ம முடியும் வரைக்கும் வெயிட் பண்ண வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. parallelly அடுத்த டாஸ்க் நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். That is what it's meaning. Okay, so it's clearly mentioning in this cell. Look at this cell, 3FS minus 50%. 3 means there is a link between stakeholder identification and project charter. FS finish to start mean இது முடிக்காமலுக்கு இதை தொடர் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். எந்த டைம்ல இது 50% வேலை முடிகிற டைம்ல நமக்கு போற ஸ்பீடை வச்சு நம்ம டிசைட் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இதை மென்ஷன் பண்ணலாம். Now I'm going to give you the rest of the work. Okay. Now start connecting other dependencies. ஒவ்வொன்றிலையும் என்ன எது டிபெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கு, எது முடியாமலுக்கு இந்த வேலையை ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணணுங்கிறதுக்கு நம்ம நம்பரை யூஸ் பண்ணி ஒன்று செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு லிங்க் பண்ணலாம். அப்படி இல்லைன்னா நம்பரை போடலாம். ஓகே, ஸோ எந்த டாஸ்க் எதை போடணுங்கிறத நான் டைப் பண்றேன். ப்ளீஸ் நோட் இட் டவுன். ஓகே, stakeholder register complete. It is depending on stakeholder identification. So stakeholder identification, row number 3. Okay, again this is also stakeholder management strategy, also depending on stakeholder identification. Again 3. Other one we have developed it. And next one, project charter completed. Project charter completed depend on project charter. Therefore, it should be number 6. Before I continue, now tell me, did you understand this one, this process, or do I need to repeat it again? Have you all understand, or do I need to repeat it again? Kindly tell me, quickly tell me, do I need to repeat it again, or can I continue? All a silence mean you all understood, no? Then I'll continue. And then kickoff meeting. So let's say kickoff meeting is depend on row number 3 and 7. Number 3 here stakeholder identification and project charter completed. So you can, if you want to connect these activity with 2 different activity, then you have to separate it by comma, 3, 7. And kickoff meeting completion. This is again depending on these 2, project charter completed and kickoff meeting. Let's say 7, 8. So which mean what does it mean? Kickoff meeting completion mean you have to complete these 2 first, then only we can say this activity is completed. Okay. Or without completing these two tasks, you can't say this is completed. The next one, let's say planning. This is the main activity. We don't need to connect this one with anything. We have to check with the sub activities. So what about schedule? Schedule is, let's say it is, schedule cannot be done unless project charter completed. And therefore, what is the project charter number 6? 6, then you have to also check for the Gantt chart also. This one, 12, comma 12, and it can be done. Let's say FS, you can type it, or otherwise you can just double click on it and you can do it as I did earlier. Minus 50%. Okay, again, Gantt chart completed. It is again depend on schedule. No. It should be not 13, it should be scope management. Schedules depend on scope management. So these, you don't need to worry about it. How can I identify which is depend on this one? These detail will be given by your project manager or some other person who are developing Gantt chart. Okay, so don't worry about it, but you must know how to create the Gantt chart. Again, the Gantt chart completed dependent schedule. And scope statement, that is depend on project chart again. And initial scope statement completed, that is also depend on scope statement. And this is the main task again. Look at the deliverable. So now we have to check deliverable, which is deliverable 1, 2, 3. Deliverable 1 is depend on the scope statement. Deliverable 2 depend on deliverable 1 completed. Okay. Deliverable 3 depend on again deliverable, yes, 1 completed. So this is depend on these two. Likewise, you have to this is depend on 16, this is depend on 17, this is depend on 18. Okay. So the deliverable 1 depend on deliverable 1, deliverable 2 completed depend on deliverable 2, and deliverable 3 completed depend on deliverable 3. Okay, I'll show you the chart now. Look at here, this is how the dependencies will be created. Now check the fourth main activity, monitoring and controlling. There are 4 activities here, and let's see which activity depend on which activities. And actual hours tracking complete depend on stakeholder identification, make it 3 then. Project document updates depend on stakeholder register complete. Make it 4. Now come to this review meeting. Leave it the review meeting. It is just a meeting. It's not something that we are developing. It's just a meeting. Just hold a meeting and talking what we have done, what we need to do, what are the activities are delaying, those kind of things we have to discuss it. So there is no need to worry about the dependencies here. So leave it here. Now come to the final 3 part. These two that final project report depend on these 3: 19, 20, 21. Deliverable 1 completed, deliverable 2 completed, deliverable 3 completed. So that means 19, 20, 21. Okay. The next one that is also depend on final project presentation, also depend on 19, 20, 21. And the project one completed, these two: final project report and final project presentation. That is 42 and 43. Okay, so this is how the Gantt chart that somehow we have completed now. Okay, not completed, almost the activities or the duration that we have completed. There are some other goals also we have to consider. What are the resources for each activity that we need to use? What is the cost estimation? Those are small things. Once you complete this part, other part is bit easier compared to this one. So now, so look at here. It seems, can't see it clearly. No, there should be another way to see the dependencies clearly. So now tell me, I just minimized everything. Make it serve it. Now you have to review the your overall Gantt chart. You have to review it. Before that, check the dates. All the day, check whether all the data are correct. Okay, it should be start with October 4th and completed by December 31st. That is okay. So the date also fine. Number of days, that is also fine. Now you can review the file and you can take printout of this file. Okay, let's see how to do that. Can anyone tell me how to take a printout? While printout, you can see the full view clearly, bit clearly compared to this view. Any idea how to take printout? Any idea? Please tell me how to take printout now. While taking printout, you can see the clear view of this Gantt chart. Bit clear compared to this view. Yeah, yes, it's simple, no? Control P for file print. So here, click print. So it will show the printout view. Look at here. This is your Gantt chart. Okay. 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 Look at here. This come into 2 pages. Just want to make it into 1 pages. So for that, click the print setter and fit into one. This one. No. The page. Make it 1 page. Why it is showing to me like this? Okay, there is nothing. This is only view. This is the view. Okay. But here, this is the view. So all the Gantt chart view back to only 1 page. This is the leave the second page. There is nothing here, so don't worry about it. So this is our Gantt chart. So look at here the task node, task name, duration, start date, finish date, dependencies here. This is the graph view and everything here. This is they called it Gantt chart. It is not completed yet that we have to mention the resources. Also we have to think about the the cost estimation, resource estimation. So those are some small tasks that you can do it. I'll give you the practical guide. By checking the practical guide, you can easily doing. But this is the major part. Okay. So now tell me, it is a just print view. For example, we are going for the meeting or presentation or whatever, and you need to take a printout. So this is how you have to take. This is the way to take the printout. Okay. Now tell me, how can I see the network diagrams of this Gantt chart? I have explained you last week also how to convert these Gantt chart into network diagrams. Any idea? If you have any method, please tell me. I just already have explained you. Anyone? Quickly tell me. What is the step to reach network chart? Last week, I have show you how to get the network chart or a calendar view from the Gantt chart. Can someone send me the steps? Giving you 2 minutes. If you can find out the way how to convert the Gantt chart, network chart from the Gantt chart view. From this view, you have to convert it to network diagram or network chart. How can we do that? Anyone? Quickly tell me, look into your notes. I have shown you everything last week. Then I'll convert this as a quiz now. Okay, it's an open quiz. Anyone can answer. So if you answer, you will get a marks. If you don't answer, no problem. But if you answer, you will get a marks, bonus points. Quickly tell me, 2 minutes time. Find it out. How can we convert it? There is option here. Just by clicking the option, you can get the network diagram or network chart. I receive one answer. What about others? Your answer is not clear. Please show me the exact way. Any other answer? The one who answered, your answer is somehow right, but it is not the perfect step. You have to tell me the exact steps to get the network chart or network diagram. Anything, anyone? So this is your Gantt chart. We have developed the Gantt chart now. From this Gantt chart, I would like to create the network chart or network diagram. Okay. So how to convert it or how to get the network diagram from this Gantt chart? Anyone? No answer. Okay, simply go to taskbar and here's a view. Click the view and network diagram. So this is your network diagram. Look at here, these are the dependencies. It is clearly show the dependencies between each activity or each task. You can see here. Okay, you got it. If you want to convert it again to this Gantt chart, again go Gantt chart here and click Gantt chart. That's all. It's a simple way. So, but by viewing in Gantt chart mode, you can see the dependencies and the activity that is delaying. You can see easily here. So these lines, arrow lines are the dependencies, and these red color mean it is actually it's getting these are getting delayed. Mean okay, and gotcha. That's all. Okay, is that clear now? You're clear. I'm going to move to the next part is the quiz part. I'm going to ask you a question randomly, selecting your numbers, your registration number. You have to answer me. If you fail to answer, you will lose some marks. Okay. Okay. Now let's move to the quiz part. The first part. Selecting I'm asking your registration number. Please all rename your registration number immediately. Those who are in the name, please rename with your registration number immediately. Rename it. If you not rename, I will remove from the class. Okay. Oh, here, sorry. This is the quiz, and you have to answer. If you fail to answer, you will not lose any marks. But if you answer, you can gain some marks. Okay. So next week, since you have the closed books exam, I'm pretty sure you guys will not definitely get 100%. Okay, since the live and live closed books, you may have lose your marks also. So to manage that marks, the marks that you lose can be gained from these kind of quizzes. So try to answer the quiz properly. Okay. Now the number 0004. SAMAZ 2020P 0004. Are you there? Please send the message in the WhatsApp box. When I call your number, kindly send the message. SAMAZ 2020 P0004. Are you there? If you not answer, it means you're not in the class, and I'll remove you. Yes, you're here. Good. Now the question is, listen, if you know the answer, you can directly tell me. If you don't know the answer, quickly tell me, I don't know. Then leave it, don't worry. And let's say, how to convert task mode from manual mode to automatic mode, or automatic schedule to manual schedule. So the annotation is enabled. You can use the annotation button, and you can show in the screen. You can touch in the screen. How to convert from schedule mode to automatic, or automatic schedule to manual schedule. Screen learning annotation enable பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கிறேன். நீங்க அதை click பண்றது மூலமா annotation means screen learning draw பண்ணலாம். அந்த annotation உங்களோட phoneல இருந்து select பண்ணிட்டு, நான் இப்ப கேட்ட கேள்விக்கு ஆன்சர் எவ்வளவு தெரியும் நீங்க மார்க் பண்ணிக்கானா சரி. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்த இடத்துல அந்த ஆன்சர் இருக்குன்னு சொன்னா, இந்த இடத்துல நீங்க just ஒரு put a circle. That's enough. Now tell me how to switch between automatic schedule to manual schedule, or schedule manual schedule to automatic schedule. Where is the answer? Listen, சும்மா எல்லாரும் அனோட்டேஷன் பண்ண வேணாம். நீங்க அனோட்டேஷன் பண்ணும்போது உங்களோட ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் நம்பர் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இதுல அந்த சீட்டை வந்து ரெஜிஸ்டர் ஆகும். யாரு என்ன டைம்ல எப்படி அனோட் பண்ணுங்கிறது ஷெட்யூல் ஆகும். ஸோ சும்மா விளையாட வேணாம். கால் பண்ண வர மட்டும் குயிக்க சொல்லுங்க. இப்படி உங்களுக்கு ஆன்சர் தெரியலன்னு சொன்னா சாட் பாக்ஸ்லயே ஐ டோன்ட் நோன்னு சொல்லி போட்டுருங்க. Time is flying. Please respond me quickly. Okay, good. The question is open to all now. Can anyone answer? How to switch between annotation mode, schedule mode to automatic schedule, manual to automatic?
Sir, can I?
Yes, you can.
Go to task mode.
Okay.
It has two options.
Yes.
Manually schedule or the automatic schedule.
Yes. Fine. Answer is answer 13919, isn't it? Nushfa.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll note it down. The next quiz to the next student, the student SAM AC 2020P0008. I'll send the chat box. Listen, yes, I have sent the answer. not answer. I'm sending message to the particular student. Please respond to me. And then I will ask for the question. Same AC 2020P 0006. Fahad, are you there? Okay, now this is your turn. The question is, so which menu bar containing link button? So if you want to create a dependencies between two activities, you can use two methods. One is just double click on the relevant task and type the dependencies number, row number, or you can type here. Other one is you have to select the two required activities or three required activities, then you can click the link button. That will automatically create the dependencies. Now tell me, where can we find the which menu bar is containing that link button? You can reply to the chat box by entering. Send me a send a private message. Quickly, if you don't know the answer, simply tell me I don't know, no problem.
Click task name and view, select view bar. Okay.
Hello, are you there?
Sir?
I
Hello?
couldn't hear you. Your chat box la poda answer. Sound clear la base. Chat box la podunga, just answer seri answer podunga, theriyalanda I don't know the podunga. In the menu bar la link button irukkunuங்கறதுதான் கேள்வி. Okay, I got an answer. Let me check now. No, your answer is wrong. Now this is open to the other student. Anyone can answer.
Sir, task menu bar.
Yes, I got the answer from Rina. Rina is the person who answered first. 004 to 2019 F0004. Okay, the answer is taskbar. Here, this is the answer. Look at here, this is the link button. Okay, there are the students also answering, but the Rina, the person who is answering first, name is Rina. Okay, so the next one, this is open to all the students. Anyone can answer. I'm not going to call your registration number. If you wish, you can answer it first. First, 3 students will be selected for the bonus point. Okay, bonus marks. Stop sharing the window. I'm asking. Tell me the steps to create a recurring task. Write down the steps to reach the recurring task. Anyone can answer. This is open to all. First 3 students, correct answer. Students will be selected who answering the correct answer, perfect answer. You can send your answer to the chat box. Type in the chat box, send me as a private message, like step 1, step 2, step 3, likewise. Okay. Okay, time is 2 minutes. So far I have received 5 students have sent their answer, but only 2 answers is correct. Still, one student have the chance to answer. Seven answering, only 2 correct. Send the answer as a private message. Don't share your answer in the everyone. Send to me only. Okay, so far the 10 send, only 2 has sent the correct answer. Time's up, and now I'm going to show you step number 1. Task menu bar and go to task option. Click down arrow mark and click recurring task. This is the step. Step 1 task. Then again step 2, click task option menu bar and select. Step number 3, select recurring task. That's all. So இப்படி யாராலும் ஆன்சர் பண்ணிக்கிங்க, உங்களோட ஆன்சர் மட்டும் கரெக்ட் நீங்க செக் பண்ணிக்கொள்ளுங்க. நீங்க அனுப்புன ஆன்சர் சரியா போலையா. ஸோ நான் டவுன்லோட் பண்ணிட்டு நான் உங்களை தனியாக நோட் பண்ணி எடுப்பேன். ஓகே, ஸோ தட்ஸ் ஆல் ஃபார் டுடே. ஓகே, ஸோ ஃபார் உங்களுக்கு இந்த காண்ட் சார்ட்னா என்ன, அதில் எப்படி ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸை மென்ஷன் பண்ணுற, டியூரேஷன் எப்படி மென்ஷன் பண்ணுற, ஒரு டாஸ்க் மோட எப்படி மெனுவல்ல இருந்து ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் கன்வெர்ட் பண்ற, ஸ்டார்ட் டேட், ஃபினிஷ் டேட், கலண்டர் கிரியேட் பண்ற, எப்படி டிபெண்டன்சிஸ் எப்படி கிரியேட் பண்ற, எல்லாமே பார்த்துட்டோம். ஓகே, இதுல இருந்து நெட்வொர்க்கு எப்படி மாத்துறங்கிறதையும் பார்த்தோம். சரியா, இதை ஞாபகம் வச்சு கொள்ளுங்க. திஸ் இஸ் த சம்மரி வி நீட் டு நோ. இவ்வளவு தெரிஞ்சதுனால நம்மளுக்கு நம்ம தனியா இதா ப்ராப்பர்லி நம்மளுக்கு காண்ட் சார்ட் ஒன்று கிரியேட் பண்ண தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். அதுல இருந்து நெட்வொர்க் சார்ட்டை கிரியேட் பண்ண தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். இதுக்கு அங்கால இந்த சார்ட்ல you have to mention another 2 or 3 part that is called cost estimation and resource management. Resource estimation உங்களோட காண்ட் சார்ட்ல மென்ஷன் பண்ண தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், எப்படி செய்யணுங்கிறது தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். அது அப்படின்னா என்னங்கிறது ஆல்ரெடி படிச்சுட்டோம். எப்படி செய்யறங்கிறது சம்பந்தமான இப்போ நம்ம லாஸ்ட் வீக்கும் இந்த வீக்கும் படிச்ச ஃபுல்லா ப்ராக்டிக்கல். இந்த ப்ராக்டிக்கல் எப்படி செய்யறங்கிறது நான் சொல்லி தந்துட்டேன். அது சம்பந்தமான ப்ராக்டிக்கல் சம்பந்தமான ஒரு கோர்ஸ் கைடு உண்டு. நான் இன்டர்நெட்ல டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி எடுத்த புக் உண்டு. ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு 70 pages தான். அதில் ஸ்டெப் பை ஸ்டெப்பாக போட்டிருக்கிறாங்க. ஓவரால் வாய்ச்சி போனீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு வழங்கும். ஐ வில் சென்ட் தட் டாக்குமெண்ட். In the document you have to refer cost estimation and resource management is there. Okay, you have to refer that, you have to study that. Okay, and the next week we will have the exam. That will be a open book, closed book exam. Again I'm telling you, you have to switch on your screen, the camera and the microphone, switched it on, and I must see your face, your written table, your written paper, everything. Okay, please be and go sit in a peaceful place. Better to just close your room and sit and write the exam. Okay, be careful for everything. And better option is second year like just it's my own experience ன்னு சொல்றேன். இங்க ஸ்டடி பண்ணும்போது தனியாக படிக்க உங்களுக்கு கஷ்டமா இருந்தா வேறு இல்லைன்னு சொன்னா ஜஸ்ட் உங்களோட நம்ம குரூப் இருக்கு தானே, அந்த குரூப் நம்மளோட மற்ற காமன் குரூப் இல்லை, நம்ம சப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு மட்டும் கிரியேட் பண்ணிக்கிற குரூப். அதில் நீங்கள் உங்களோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸு கூட யாரெல்லாம் படிக்க விரும்புறீங்களோ ஒரு மீட்டிங்கை ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணுங்க. ஜூமில் ஒரு ஆள் வழங்கப்படுதுங்க, இல்லாட்டி மாறி மாறி ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ஆள் வழங்கப்படுத்தி படிச்சீங்கன்றது ஈஸியாக வழங்கும். எக்ஸாம் படிக்கிறதுக்கு மேலே அந்த மாதிரி படிச்சு கொள்ளுங்க. ப்ராக்டிக்கல் தானே சப்ஜெக்ட் உங்களுக்கு புதுசுங்கிறதால சம்டைம் விளங்காமலுக்கு இருக்கும். நான் சொல்றது ஒரு 70% தான். உங்களோட முயற்சி தான் மிச்சம் இருக்கிற 30%. ஸோ நல்லா படிச்சு கொள்ளுங்க. ஃபைனல் எக்ஸாம் வர இருக்கு, அது கொமன் பேப்பர். ஸோ இருந்து படிச்சுட்டு போனால் தான் ஈஸியாக இருக்கும் கடைசியில், இல்லாட்டி ரீடுவீங்க நீங்கள். ஓகே, ஸோ வேறு எதுவும் பிரச்சனைகள் அதுன்னு சொன்னால் என்ன கண்டெக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. ஐ வில் ரிப்ளை யூ whenever I free. ஓகே, வேறு எதுவும் கேட்க வேண்டியிருக்கா பிள்ளைகள்? டேயோட ப்ராஜெக்ட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் சம்மந்தமான தியரி ப்ராக்டிக்கல் முடியுது. அடுத்த எக்ஸாமுக்கு ப்ரூவ் வர வீக்ல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு ப்ரோக்ராமிங் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணணும். .NET அது ஜஸ்ட் 1 கிளாஸ்ல 101 2 கிளாஸ்ல நான் தியரியெல்லாம் முடிச்சுட்டு பேலன்ஸ் எல்லாமே நான் ப்ராக்டிக்கலாக தான் காட்டணும். அது இதை விட ஈஸி, அது ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரெக் அண்ட் ட்ராப் தான். கோடிங் எல்லாம் வெரி லெஸ் தான். ஸோ யோசிக்க தேவையில்ல, அது இதோட ஈஸியாக இருக்கும் இன்ஷா அல்லாஹ். நெக்ஸ்ட் வீக் இருக்கிற எக்ஸாமுக்கு வந்துட்டு ப்ராஜெக்ட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் லாஸ்ட் வீக்கும் இந்த வீக்கு புரியுது மட்டும். இந்த சாஃப்ட்வேரை எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணுற அது சம்மந்தமான கேள்விகளை தான் நான் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுவேன். ஸ்டெப்ஸை கேட்பேன், ஒரு பிக்சரை தான் இதில் இருக்கிற விஷயங்கள் என்னென்னு சொல்லி கேட்பேன். இப்போ நான் கேட்ட மாதிரி ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் டு மேனுவல் ஷெடியூலுக்கு மாத்திரை எப்படி, இந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் தான் செக் பண்ணுவேன். ஓகே, ஸோ கேன் ஐ வைண்ட் அப் த கிளாஸ் நவ்? Okay, thank you very much everyone. Have a nice weekend. Bye.